I'm University of Minnesota Crookston Sports Information Director Shawn Smith, and I'm here with your Golden Eagle Quick Hits for this week's football game against the University of Sioux Falls in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Here are your major storylines for this weekend's game against the Cougars. First off, the Golden Eagles were able to get their rushing attack going last week against the Wayne State College Wildcats. They'll look to continue this week against the Cougars. They had 120 yards on the ground last week, using a three-man approach with starting running back Keith McBride leading the way with 82 yards on the ground and being the most effective of the three. But change of pace backs Tommy Smith and Talo Pascal were also very effective in doing their role for the Golden Eagles, as Tommy Smith had 38 yards and Talo Pascal had 27 yards and a touchdown against the Wildcats last weekend. Another major storyline coming off of last weekend and heading into the weekend against Sioux Falls is just the play last weekend of a pair of receivers from the Aloha State for the Golden Eagles. UMC was led in the passing game by Justin Tago-Sue, who was the main target for Kyle Larson all day long against the Wildcats. He had 8 catches for 83 yards and a touchdown, en route to a UMC Team Backer Student Athlete of the Week nomination, and then he won that award this week. Also, fellow Hawaiian Keone Pisano had a great game against the Wildcats last weekend, helping spearhead a fourth quarter comeback for the Golden Eagles that fell short but was still impressive nonetheless. Pisano had 3 catches for 88 yards with 2 touchdowns, and that all happened in the fourth quarter. The Golden Eagles will look to those two guys to continue to improve and hopefully have a good weekend against Sioux Falls. Another major storyline that will continue to be important all season long is just the play of freshman quarterback Kyle Larson from Clayton, Wisconsin. Kyle has continued to make progress through the 3 games. He struggled against Upper Iowa, had a pretty solid game against the number 2 team in the nation, the Mavericks from Minnesota State, who have a very good defense. And then last weekend he had 250 yards through the air for 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Very impressive performance against the Wildcats. On the season, he's 42 of 77 for 488 yards, 5 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Hopefully he can continue to improve, which so far he's shown signs that every game that he's improved, so hopefully that happens this week against the Cougars. Defensively, the Golden Eagles will have to key on the running game, which will continue to be a storyline all year long, as they have struggled so far through the 3 games. They've given up 266 yards per game. The Cougars have a very potent attack and are going to be, it's going to be no easier this week, as they have 2 guys coming out of the backfield. Their quarterback, a dual threat option, Luke Papillion, a freshman, and then their running back, Nefi Garcia. Both guys are rushing for about 100 yards per game so far in all their contests. It's going to be huge for the Golden Eagles to stop these guys this week. Another major just milestone and thing to watch here in the recent week, or the upcoming weeks, is going to be Keith McBride. He's currently 5th all time on the career rushing list. He comes into this weekend with 1,997 yards. Keith just needs 392 yards to move into 4th place and surpass Derek Sanders, who was a running back here in 1994 and 95, the beginning of the 4-year era for the University of Minnesota Crookston while they were in the NAIA. Another major thing is this is the first meeting between the Cougars and the Golden Eagles ever. Cougars are just coming into the NSIC. Last year was their first season, so this will be the first meeting, and the 2 schools have never met before. University of Sioux Falls was a power at the NAIA level, going to 6 national championship games in a 13-year span from 2001 to 2013. They've been 6 times. They've won 3 national titles. Their last appearance was in 2010, and last year, in their first year in Division II, they were 9-2, got off to a good start. But this year, they're 1-2 so far. So might be a chance for the Golden Eagles to get a win. We'll just have to see. So those are your Golden Eagle quick hits. Hopefully, Golden Eagles can come away with a victory this weekend.